Hello students, welcome to Zoology class. This is Akmal Hossain, lecturer biology, Square High School and College. Now I am going to take a biology class of standard 9, chapter 1. Today's topic is classification of living world. What we will learn from this class, we will be able to know about classification of living world. Aim of classification. What is classification? You know, the systematic arrangement of organism on the basis of their characteristics is called classification. Now we have to know what is the aim of classification. The aim of classification is to acquire knowledge of the groups and subgroups of organism to maintain documentation of the accumulated information systematically, to present the knowledge concisely, and to take step to identify the organisms and be conscious to conserve the useful organisms for the well-being of the living world. Classification of living world. Five kingdom classification was proposed by R.H. Whittaker in 1969. Then Margulis introduced a modified and expanded form of Whittaker's classification in 1974. She divided the whole living world into two super kingdoms. That means in 1969, R.H. Whittaker proposed a classification which is enriched of five kingdom. That's why this classification is called five kingdom classification. Then Margulis in 1974 modified this classification by adding two super kingdoms and grouped the five kingdoms under these two super kingdom. Classification of living world. R.H. Whittaker. This is the picture of R.H. Whittaker, and this is the picture of Margulis taking a medal from Bill Clinton, ex-president of USA. Classification of living world. Living world divided into two super kingdom. Kingdom 1 Prokaryota, Kingdom 2 Eukaryota. Then super kingdom 1 Prokaryota carries only one kingdom named Kingdom Monera. Then super kingdom 2 Eukaryota divided into four kingdom. Kingdom 2 Protista, Kingdom 3 Fungi, Kingdom 4 Plantae, and finally Kingdom 5 Animalia. Super kingdom 1 Prokaryota. Prokaryota carries only one kingdom, Kingdom 1 named Monera. Characteristics of Monera. Number 1, mostly unicellular, filamentous or colonial. Mostly unicellular, that means one celled body, filament like structure, or colonial, that means they live in a colony or they live by forming a colony. Chromatin materials is present. There is no nuclear membrane or nucleus in their cell. That means their nuclear substance not covered by a membrane. Number 3, no plastid, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticuli, but ribosome is present. Mode of nutrition is absorption. Some of them produce their food through photosynthesis. That means they take their food by absorption, and some can produce their own food by photosynthesis. Example, bacteria, nostoc, etc. This is the picture of bacterium or bacteria. Second one is the picture of nostoc. Superkingdom 2, Eukaryota. Eukaryota divided into 4 kingdom. Kingdom 2, Protista. Characteristics of Protista. Number 1, they are unicellular or multicellular, individual, colonial or filamentous, and the nuclei in their cells are well structured. That means their nuclei or nucleus covered by a membrane or nuclear membrane. Number 2, in the chromatin materials there is DNA, RNA and protein. Number 3, all types of cell organelles are present. Number 4, their modes of nutrition are absorption, ingestion or photosynthesis. That means the member of this group, they take their food by absorption, ingestion or some photosynthesis. Number 5, they accomplish their asexual and sexual reproduction. That means they can produce their offspring by sexual and asexual reproduction both. Example, amoeba euglena. First one is the picture of amoeba and second one is euglena. Superkingdom 3, fungi. Characteristics of fungi. Number 1, most of them are terrestrial, saprophytic or parasitic. Terrestrial means they can live on land. Saprophytic, that means they take their food from rotten substance. Parasitic, that means they take their food and shelter from other living organism, maybe plant or animal. Number 2, their body is constituted of a single cell or mycelium. Number 3, the nucleus is well organized, that means nucleus is covered by nuclear membrane. Number 4, their mode of nutrition is absorption. Number 5, chloroplast is absent. Chloroplast is the organelle which carries chlorophyll and help to perform the photosynthesis process. Chloroplast is absent, that means they can't produce their own food by photosynthesis. That's why they take another procedure or another process to absorb, to take the food. Number 6, they reproduce by haploid spore and their cells divide through mitotic cell division. They reproduce by haploid pores. Haploid means one set of chromosome. They reproduce by haploid pores, that means one set of chromosomes, and their cell divide through mitotic cell division. Example, mushroom penicillium. This is the picture of mushroom and second one is the picture of penicillium. Penicillium is used to produce the penicillin. Penicillin is the first discovered antibiotic in the world, which is invented by Alexander Fleming. Kingdom 4, Plantae. Characteristics of Plantae. Number 1, they are photosynthetic and eukaryotic. They are eukaryotic, that means they have oily structured nucleus, and photosynthetic, that means they can produce their own food by photosynthesis process. Number 2, advanced tissue system are found in them. Number 3, they are mostly terrestrial, but there are also many aquatic species in their kingdom. Number 4, their sexual reproduction, which is happened by union of structurally and physically different gametes. For their reproduction, two types. For their sexual reproduction, two types of gametes is essential. One is male gamete, another is female gamete. They are different physically and structurally. They develop embryos and diploid stage starts from it. They developed embryos, that means union of male gamete and female gamete start to develop new offspring, and this stage is diploid, that means a double set of chromosome carries the new offspring. Example, banyan tree, mango tree, etc. This is the picture of banyan tree. Second one is mango tree. Kingdom 5, Animalia. Characteristics of Animalia. Number 1, their cells do not have non-living cell wall, plastid or vacuole in them. Their cells do not have non-living cell wall. They have no cell wall at all. They have cell membrane only. Plastid, that means the organelles which carries chlorophyll. Plastid is absent, or vacuole in them. Large vacuole is absent in their cell. Number 2, after ingestion they digest their food. Number 3, they have advanced and complex tissue system. Number 4, sexual reproduction in their usual way to reproduction. Haploid gametes are usually produced in the reproductive organs of matured and diploid males and females. That means most of the member of Animalia unisexual, male and female body is different, and ovum produced from female body and sperm produced from male body. This sperm and ovum mixed with one another and form haploid gamete, that means one set of, and form diploid offspring. Example, lion, tiger. First one is the picture of lion and second one is the picture of tiger. Thank you.